There, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that's been making rounds on social media, allegations about MrBeast. Now, let's be clear. We're here to provide information and discuss the topic in a respectful and factual manner. We're not here to spread rumors or gossip. So, what are these allegations about MrBeast? Well, it's important to note that MrBeast has been in the spotlight for a while now, and with that comes a lot of attention. Some people have made claims about his personal life, his relationships, and even his philanthropic efforts. However, it's crucial to remember that these are just allegations. We can't confirm or deny them without proper evidence. What we can do is encourage everyone to be respectful and mindful of their words. So, let's keep the discussion respectful and factual. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to ask in the comments section. Now, let's dive into the topic at hand. There have been some rumors circulating about MrBeast, specifically regarding his wealth and the authenticity of his philanthropic acts. It's important to note that these are just rumors, and we have no concrete evidence to support them. MrBeast, also known as Jimmy Donaldson, is a popular YouTuber who has built a successful career through his entertaining and philanthropic content. He has donated millions of dollars to various causes and has helped countless individuals and organizations. We believe in the power of positivity and supporting those who use their platform for good. It's important to remember that not everything we read or hear is true. Let's focus on the positive aspects of MrBeast's work and the impact he's made in the world. The statements presented by a former participant named Jake Wedd appear to be very serious in the fresh allegations against MrBeast. Jake Wedd has claimed in the video you cited that he was exposed to terrible conditions during a challenge dubbed 100 Days in Solitary Confinement, including being denied sunlight and having strong studio lights on him constantly, which made it impossible for him to fall asleep. This can be considered a case of sleep deprivation. If these claims are accurate, it presents serious moral and legal questions regarding how participants in these challenges are treated. It's important to remember that these are only accusations and that there might be more to the tale. The video's legal disclaimer emphasizes that these are merely conjectures based on people's statements and have not yet been verified. These new claims made against MrBeast are really worrying. Considering the youthful viewership of the channel, the allegation that a convicted sexual offender who had a minor victim was a member of the MrBeast crew and made an appearance on camera is very concerning. If verified, this might have detrimental effects on his viewers' safety and confidence. There is more reason for concern about how contestants in these high-stakes challenges are treated, given the reports that Jake Wedd was under pressure to finish the solitary confinement challenge, even though he was having difficulties. The circumstances depicted verge on physical and psychological abuse, which would be a grave transgression of moral principles. The reference to a Part 3 film raises the possibility that there will be more severe accusations in the future, perhaps involving the concealment of instances of sexual assault. Furthermore, it's unclear how MrBeast's staff is handling these claims, given the allegation that his covert CEO has been intimidating people to find out what's in the next video. It's imperative to handle this subject cautiously and make sure that all evidence is confirmed before making any firm pronouncements, especially in light of the seriousness of these accusations. If verified, these allegations, however, may seriously harm MrBeast's character and provide moral and legal dilemmas. The accusations made against MrBeast appear to present a very alarming picture, especially the ones pertaining to Jake Wedd and the 100 Boys vs. Girls film. The allegations state that Jake Wedd's experience during the 100 Days in Solitary Confinement video shoot was significantly more intense than what was originally shown. Participants were informed that the challenge would only last 30 days, despite reports that it was billed as a 100-day challenge. Jake Wedd said that he was put through extremely trying circumstances as a result of this assignment, which he likened to torture. If verified, MrBeast's and his group's claimed involvement in hiding these instances might have grave moral and legal ramifications. The fact that other persons are confirming the same account of the camera operator's actions raises the possibility that these allegations are not unique. Since they go to the core of the confidence his audience, especially younger viewers and their parents, places in his material, these accusations are undoubtedly a public relations nightmare for MrBeast. The damage would only be exacerbated by any potential cover-up of these instances, which would raise doubts about the MrBeast brand's general management and ethical standards. When one compares the alleged pitch of the 100 Days in Solitary Confinement challenge to the actual circumstances, the claims surrounding it become even more worrisome. Jake Wedd claims that at first, the assignment was pitched as a comparatively simple and opulent experience. It is said that participants were promised conveniences like an ice cream maker and a hot tub, giving the impression that they were taking a holiday rather than a taxing endurance test. The plan called for participants to progressively give up these conveniences, with the expectation that the challenging phase would pass after a few days. But Jake Wedd's recollection depicts things very differently. He claims that the experience was much more taxing than first reported, and that the living quarters were anything but opulent. It was said that the set smelt terrible, and the promise of a easy $300,000 for a 30-day task was very different from the actual challenge. Even after the challenge, he was still experiencing insomnia and couldn't even fall asleep. Being locked in that environment for an extended amount of time isn't exactly healthy, and the set smelled like it had just been painted. The hot tub that they gave you? It stank after 3 days or so because it wasn't connected to a filtration system. Let's also talk about the ice cream maker. It had just 2 settings, on and off, and while it was in the off position, the room smelled like mildew and sour dairy. I was so forced to decide which offensive odor to deal with at any given time, and if that wasn't enough, they refused to switch the lights off. They claimed that it might interfere with the time-lapse photos they were trying to get, so I asked if we could at least have a few hours at night. I was therefore trapped, unable to access the light or a clock, and constantly surrounded by dazzling lights. I was unable to sleep due to bodily difficulties, and that difficulty is probably when I developed my sleeplessness. "They're not turning off the lights," I distinctly recall telling my pal. With a shocked expression on his face, he exclaimed, "That's a war crime! Even that is not permitted to be done to terrorists by us." That's right. For a YouTube video, we were breaching the Geneva Convention. Even worse, Jimmy urged me to express my gratitude on TV for being able to pay off my college loans. The thought of what they may have caused us is horrifying. Even though it might be stretching the definition to call this a war crime, it's still a terrible thing to do to someone, especially coming from someone like MrBeast, who is meant to be this kind, giving person. Should these accusations prove to be accurate, MrBeast and his group may find themselves in grave danger. Over the years, MrBeast has been accused of using money to coerce individuals into doing things that they otherwise wouldn't agree to in a rational frame of mind. It is absolutely not a good look to frame a challenge as a pleasant vacation and then convert it into something that verges on torture. At the very least, if MrBeast ever does something like this again, there needs to be oversight by a safety authority or some other kind of monitoring. The reckless disregard for the health and safety of contestants in these challenges is getting out of hand. Even from the recent Beast Games allegations, where people claimed they were injured, denied medication, and more, it's clear that you just can't subject people to these kinds of conditions and claim it's okay because they signed up for it.